What if everything you gave was never enough to make them love you? Imagine spending 3 years of your life, your savings, your retirement money, the last gift your late husband left you, pouring it all into someone who would one day look you in the eye and call you a stranger. That is exactly what happened to Ranata, a 71-year-old woman, a mother, a widow, a woman who gave $33,400 and wasn't even invited to her own son's wedding. This is her story, and once you hear it, you will never look at family the same way again. Ranata had always believed that love meant sacrifice. After her husband Robert passed away, she poured every ounce of herself into raising her son Max. She worked, she saved, she gave. When Max married Lena, Ranata welcomed her with open arms. She paid their monthly rent, $500 every single month. She bought every piece of furniture in their home. She filled their refrigerator when it was empty. She financed Lena's medical bills, her personal expenses, even helped pay for her wedding dress. 3 years, $33,400, gone. And then came the day that broke her. Ranata called to ask about the wedding date. She had already bought a pale pink dress. She had set aside $1,000 as a gift. She had cleaned her house top to bottom, ready to celebrate. But when she arrived at their home, Lena looked her straight in the eyes, with a cold, chilling smile, and said, "Oh, we already got married yesterday. We only invited special people." Special people. The woman who paid their rent, who bought their sofa, who sacrificed her retirement, was not special enough. Ranata stood there, holding the phone like it weighed 1,000 pounds, while Lena made herself comfortable on the sofa Ranata had bought for them. The pale pink dress hung useless in her closet. The wedding photos she would never appear in were already being posted on social media. Lena's parents, her siblings, champagne glasses raised in celebration. Everyone was invited. Everyone, except the woman who had paid for it all. A week later, Lena called. Her voice had changed completely. Gone was the confident woman who had excluded Ranata from her own son's wedding. Now she sounded desperate, pleading, "Ranata, the rent is overdue. The landlord will kick us out. You forgot to make the transfer." Ranata was silent for a few seconds. She thought about all the times she had rushed to the bank, all the times she canceled her own plans, all the times she ate beans and rice so she could give them more. And then, for the first time in 3 years, something inside her broke free. "Lena," she said with a calm that even surprised herself, "didn't I warn you that I only help special people?" The silence on the other end was so deep, Ranata could hear her own heartbeat. For the first time in years, it was not she who was trembling. It was Lena. That same day, Ranata walked into her bank. She canceled every automatic transfer. She protected her accounts. And for the first time in years, her money was entirely hers. She changed her locks, installed security cameras, called a lawyer, Mr. Weber, a man who specialized in protecting the elderly from financial abuse. When Mr. Weber reviewed her records, he whistled softly and said, "Mrs. Richter, with this money you could have traveled the world. Instead, you completely financed the lives of 2 adults who didn't even respect you enough to invite you to their wedding." Those words hit her harder than anything Lena had ever said. But Max and Lena were not finished. They arrived at Renata's home with a lawyer of their own, claiming she had lost her mind. They tried to get her to sign a power of attorney, handing control of her finances over to them. They called social workers. They filed a lawsuit, claiming she was mentally incompetent. They wanted a judge to declare their own mother insane, so they could legally take her money. In court, Lena performed with Oscar-worthy tears. Max painted his mother as confused, erratic, manipulated by strangers. But Ranata walked into that courtroom in her best black suit, and she told the truth. When Mr. Weber asked her, "Why did you stop supporting your son and daughter-in-law?" Ranata looked at the judge with clear, steady eyes and said, because I finally understood that what I was receiving from them was not love. It was a commercial transaction, disguised as family. Do you regret your decision? I only regret that it took me so long to make it. The judge deliberated for 2 hours, and when he returned, he said, "It is obvious to this court that Mrs. Ranata Richter is in full possession of her mental faculties. The evidence suggests this lawsuit is motivated by financial interest, not genuine concern. The request for guardianship is completely denied." She had won. Not just the case. She had won back her life. 3 months later, Ranata sold her house. She donated half her remaining savings to organizations that protect elderly people from family abuse. With the rest, she finally began to live. She traveled through Europe. She took art classes. She found friends who loved her not for her money, but for her. She never heard from Max and Lena again. Some nights, standing on her new balcony and looking up at the stars, Ranata thinks about the woman she used to be. Fearful, manipulated, believing she had to buy love. That woman is gone, and in her place, someone was born who finally understood a fundamental truth. True love never has a price tag, and freedom is never too expensive. My name is Ranata. I am 72 years old, and I have finally learned that the most important person I need to love and protect is myself. If this story moved you, if it made you feel something, please give this video a like. It helps more people find stories like this one. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss a story that reminds you of your own worth. And in the comments, tell me, what would you have done in Ranata's place? I read every single one. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching. Until next time, take care of yourself. You deserve it.